listening to America's Web Radio on the AmericasBroadcastNetwork.com. Thank you for listening.
Good afternoon. This is America's Web Radio, and this is...
Let's talk Venezuelan.
Thank you. It's Scott Fletcher and...
Johsie Cruz.
Good morning, good afternoon. How are you? It's 1 o'clock.
Bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?
Oh, his Spanish is better than my English. He's been practicing.
Yes, I love that. I love that.
What do you think, Brett?
I think it's good.
Or do you think it's good? Okay. Now, let's start.
Are we gonna start with some music? Because I heard you doing some.
Not yet.
Not yet?
Because
Oh, okay.
We have a lot to talk
Okay, tell me.
after the situation that happens in Iraq with this terrorist that President Trump condemned to death.
Okay.
It's the first time
Mm-hmm.
since Admiral Yamamoto
Okay.
were eliminated during World War II
Mhm.
that the President of the United States makes a executive action
Okay.
against a person.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this man Solomon, I don't care about his name. He was a
Soleimani.
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 He was a real terrorist.
Get it straight. Soleimani.
Soleimani. Soleimani.
Sí, Soleimani.
Well, the man is completely out. Okay, so
Yeah,
thank
he
goodness.
took him out. He took him out, and
this
they
is-
replaced him already with somebody else. And Dr. Fred from Miami, he wrote in his page the following.
Mhm.
He refers to that man. He's already they already diagnosed him with a sickness in his neck because he's constantly looking up.
Yes,
I couldn't hold. I couldn't hold it.
Yes, I couldn't handle. But the thing is that this action is more important even than what happens with Osama bin Laden.
Oh yes.
Because
Mhm.
these revolutionary forces of Iran,
Mm-hmm.
they are the responsibles for groups like Hezbollah and
Hamas. Mhm.
Okay, they are the fundings. They are the ones who gave the funds, the training, and a lot of people
Mhm.
to these terrorist organizations.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened? What I'm talking about this person and what happens with Venezuela.
Well, do you need to? Do you know that this guy who got killed by our action of defending the embassy, because this is a defense mode, okay?
Yes.
And what happened is the media is not saying why United States attack this guy and kill him. It's because what he did to the embassy,
To the
and he
embassy.
was about to kill everybody from the embassy if it's
Yes.
not because President Trump
Took the
evacuate all of them.
all of them.
Okay, he took the action right away and he evacuated all of them. Do you know that this guy, Soleimani, he has in Venezuela personal businesses running in Venezuela?
Yes.
That's one of the things. Second of all, Venezuela also has Hamas. I'm not gonna, you know. Venezuela has Hamas organization in the soil. They got Hezbollah in the soil, in the whole country.
Yes.
I mean, and this was allowed by Chavez.
Yep.
We are talking about
20 years.
20
ago.
years ago. He welcomed them. Remember when he gave the Comani the sword of Bolivar?
Yes.
Okay, at that moment he opened up the door, and all these groups, the Hamas, the Hezbollah, the Syrians, the Palestinians, the Iranians. Iranians has Venezuelan passports. Diplomat Venezuela passport. Okay? That they are using to come to United States and all the other countries. So the killing of this man is not only important because he was attacking United States for 20 years, doing this terrorist attack in all these embassies, and now are coming out from 80 something what they were doing to the United States, right? And now they're claiming we did this, we did that, and we did this. But also he is one of the responsible why Latin America, from Venezuela, Bolivia, the presence of Iranian forces are in our country.
Remember that were Iranian terrorists, the one who put the bombs in the embassy of Israel in Buenos Aires,
Yes.
and in the society of the club named AMIA in Buenos Aires.
Yeah, with
Okay?
the
And they-
synagogue,
well,
the
yes,
explosion
and
in the synagogue.
They destroyed the life of about 80 people in Argentina. So so this is more than meets the eye.
Yes.
Okay, this is more than meets the eye. There's another thing. I'm very concerned, and I have to talk about this. As you know, Iran has some middle range rockets.
Yes.
Okay, a middle range rockets from Tehran has not enough range
It doesn't have, to United States.
To United States.
But
A middle range rocket, Iranian rocket, came from Venezuela.
if it comes.
Yes. No, they have it.
No. You say it came, no, it didn't come. If it comes from Venezuela to the U.S., right?
Yes, they can reach an arc that is the whole eastward of the United States is in danger.
So, middle range. What do you mean
Middle range is any kind of rocket that has a range less than 3,000 miles.
3,000 and from Venezuela to United States
It's
coast.
1,600 miles.
Oh, so those middle range can reach all the way to Washington,
Yes, can reach all the way to New York.
to New York,
Can reach all the way to
Canada,
Canada. Can reach all the way up to
Alaska?
Texas. No,
no Alaska,
up to
Texas, not
And
California.
it's an arch
Mm-hmm.
that goes from Texas all the way to Canada.
Okay, all right,
Like an arch, because it's a range. It's like a circle.
okay.
So the problem is big. I know that we have the systems already set to avoid this kind of danger.
Okay.
But if the problem escalate, okay, and there is some declaration of some people in Venezuela that belongs to the government in Venezuela, threatening the United States because they want to vengeance the death of the comrade Soleiman. Do you know something? Next Soleimani, or whatever is the name of this ASHOLE, would be a Venezuelan one.
Did you see the video that I sent you yesterday in the morning about the government of Venezuela going to the embassy of Iran and swearing that they are going to revenge.
Revenge, yes.
Revenge.
Revenge.
They're gonna,
yes.
Revenge the death.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this guy Pedro Carreño who said that. Okay, I don't know if he has the power. But I know that the Iranians for 20 years are bringing planes.
They are in bed with the Venezuelan,
Yes.
with the Venezuelan politician.
And they
And
bring,
all of this was allowed by Obama.
yes,
All this was allowed by Obama
and by
administration.
and by George W.
and then Bush
also.
too,
Yes.
because Chavez started with Bush,
Yes.
and he lasted. When Bush out, Obama came in. He actually advised the American to vote for El Negrito. Remember he
Yes,
said that?
I remember that.
Okay, vote for El Negrito, vote for the black guy. Lasted until he died, and Maduro still having a relationship with the Iranian people.
Very close.
Very close relationship. And the denouncement of a lot of Venezuelans saying that the Iranians are using Venezuelan diplomat passports,
Yes.
to come, and they have not only they are using Venezuelan passport. That means they are nationalized, they are citizens, but they don't
Yes.
speak Spanish at all.
They don't speak Spanish, but they have the citizenship.
They have the citizenship, and they are ready. That's why Carreño is the name of the
Pedro
guy.
Carreño,
Pedro
yes.
Carreño said we're gonna revenge. It's because they already know that these people who had those passports, they are terrorists. They are not families, family men. They are not women. They are men in some criteria. Yeah, men. There's some criteria that they're gonna act. They're gonna receive the command to act inside United States soil because they already are here with
Yes.
those American passports.
Yes.
They're just waiting for the signal for the.
And remember who was the main consultant of Obama's era in the White House. Her name, what was her name?
Martha Harnecker.
No, the woman that was besides the President Obama at that time was an Iranian.
Oh yeah,
So
Valerie Jarrett.
okay.
Well, everybody says the Valerie Jarrett was the one behind. She was the real one who was running the country. He just was the puppet there. That's it. She's the one who make all the decisions. Valerie
Exactly.
Jarrett.
Exactly.
And she is Iranian descendant, okay? And a lot of people, rumors says that she was going to change America in such a way that America will become more Islamic than before. But we're gonna come back in a minute. We're going in a break.
Okay.
Happy holidays. I'm Patty Levan, owner of Multiline Mortgage Services, Inc. Call us for details about our conventional loans with as little as 3% down, or talk to us about our FHA, VA, and USDA loan options. We answer your questions with honesty and integrity, because that's how we roll. Multiline Mortgage Services, your way home. Call us at 941-201-9111 or check out our website at multilinemortgage.com. Company founded by Joseph D. Powers, NMLS 158989, licensed Georgia and Florida.
If your health insurance premium is more than your mortgage, Ellen Deal with Ideal Solutions is here to help. Whether you're a small business owner, individual, family, or baby boomer, email maga45cag@gmail.com and I'll respond with 3 easy questions to help you determine if you can get away from Obamacare. As a 20-year veteran of the insurance industry, I'm here to help with all your insurance needs. Email Ellen Deal at maga45cag@gmail.com.
This is America's Web Radio. Would you like to have a show about your business or
Let's
expression?
talk American. Let's talk Venezuela.
Let's talk American. Yes, we're American.
Yeah, let's talk Venezuela. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the situation with Iran, I was telling some Venezuelans on Twitter, the situation with Iran can help out the situation in Venezuela because it will expose so much danger the Venezuelan government, the communist, the tyrannic government of Venezuela has against the United States.
Yes,
Okay?
absolutely.
But we are not talking here about Venezuelan as a regular people. No, we are talking about the government, the system that is in Venezuela. They are in bed, in cahoots, I don't know how they say in English, but they are in bed with the Iranians, Okay,
Yes.
they are in bed with the Hezbollah. They are in bed with the Hamas.
Absolutely.
You know, and people have been denouncing this for more than 15 years.
Absolutely.
And Barack Obama ignored those denouncements because he was in bed with the Iranians too.
I think he knows.
He knew that, and not only that, he was a traitor of the United States because not only that he allowed Iranians come to Latin America and take over all these countries, and I'm going to tell you how Iranian is in each country, but not only that, he gave them cash money. Cash. They sent an airplane full of how many millions to Iran?
$1.7 billion cash.
Yeah, to the Iran. So Obama allowed all this. The administration, Obama administration allowed all this. Okay, regardless it was he or was Valerie Jarrett, but they allow all this chaos going on in South America, specifically South America. Okay, Venezuela has president of Iran and Hamas and Hezbollah and all these terrorist group.
Yeah.
Bolivia, Paraguay, Uruguay, Argentina. You know, all these in the south part, in those countries with the borders of the Amazonian border, that's where they are concentrating there. Okay, and the way that they finance their actions is through drugs, money laundering money, human trafficking. What else? What other things? Okay, drug, human trafficking,
And money laundering.
money laundering,
Those basic-
pedophile. Like, you know how many kids are
Yes.
disappearing, and you know, and all this is going on for over 20 years. And the American government, starting with Bush all the way to Obama, they just looking the other way.
Yeah.
They just look to the other way. Now with this administration, that's why they're so upset, because this administration is not going to put up with their BS. They're not going to put up with the BS. Administration, American administration, Trump administration, not going to go apologizing.
The declaration of President Trump's were very tough.
Super, very
He said
good.
at the end, "Do not tread on us."
Do not trade us. Yeah. How many
Okay.
times Obama apologized for the United States?
Yes.
We are not in that position anymore. No. United States is back.
Yep.
We are back.
And we have
Regardless that you like it or not, and the demons all the way are all like this.
and
You
the
know?
big stick is coming back.
Oh yeah.
The big stick is coming back, and in a way that it won't cost the United States almost nothing. Because let me explain you these drones attack, these big drones that they use. Those airplanes fly at 30,000 feet. Okay, it's the
Look
same.
what happened with the airplane.
Nobody checked that thing. Nobody knows that thing is
It's so high.
So high. It's
Yeah.
at 10.
Out of the radar, right? It's out of the
it's
radar.
not out of the radar, but it's at 30,000 feet. You cannot hear that. You cannot see that. Okay,
Okay.
but
You can
when
feel it.
when they drop those missiles
Uh-huh.
that has a pinpoint accuracy,
Yeah.
you know, it's just that it's like the finger of God touching the place and destroying it. You
Look,
know?
the situation in Iran is so unexplainable. You cannot even explain what's going on over there. That this airplane from Ukraine, the plane belongs to Ukraine.
Yes.
It was taken off from
Tehran.
Tehran going to Ukraine,
Yes.
and they shot the plane down.
We don't know yet, but
Okay,
there are a
you know
lot of
how many?
evidence.
You know how many Canadians were in that plane? 68 Canadians were in that plane, and President, what's the name of
Trudeau?
Yesterday, he was giving a declaration in English and in French.
Oh, mon ami. Ce n'est pas possible. Oh,
So he's asking the Iranian government to do an investigation. Why 68
But
Canadian citizens, Canadian citizens die in that terrific accident. That was no accident.
So terrific, no.
Horrible.
Horrible.
It was 170 something.
Yeah, 1/3 of the plane were Canadians. Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And probably Iranians too,
And
because Canada, they can give citizenship easily to any people who go live over there.
And the problem is that the Iranian government is denying to bring the black boxes to Boeing, that is the manufacturer of that airplane, the 737-800. So it's
now Canada. Canada Trudeau is always as easier. Now he got a little bit of taste of Iran, because he's always
the FAA.
Excuse
2
me.
days ago, put an advice of no flight zone over Iran for civil aircraft that belongs to United States.
No flying Iran.
No, you have some kind of corridors on the like highways in the airspace, where any airplane can fly. Okay, but the FAA 2 days ago said you cannot use those corridors to airplanes that belongs to the United States of America. They said it's forbidden for airplanes that belongs to the United States with the N number in the tail. You cannot fly over, even that those corridors are a free space for anyone. But
why?
Because of the danger. Because they know that these people
regime.
They have a very high technology at their hands, but they are not responsible on the use. So that is not the first time that a civil aircraft is doomed because somebody who has a S-300 or the S-200 shoot the airplane. It's not the first time. It happens during the war in Ukraine. In Ukraine, it happens once. Okay, it happens at the beginning of the Gulf War. An Iranian jet was shot down also by the United States of America. So it's not the first time. Okay, because the people do not follow the rules and regulations, and if you don't follow rules and regulations, you are under the threat of a military action. So the United States 2 days ago, and immediately happens with this Ukrainian jet. It's very scary, the situation, because all the evidence it's telling us that that airplane were shut down. It was not a failure on the airplane or the aircraft, and the situation that the Iranians they are not giving the black boxes nor to the Ukrainians, nor to the Canadians, nor to the Americans that has the technology to know exactly what happens with the black box. It's telling you that they are covering up something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And you were telling me in the way back here, on the way to the radio, that the United States is in some kind of code now. Like, are we getting ready for something, or?
Well, let me explain you. We have a code named DEFCON.
DEFCON. Okay.
That means defense condition. Okay. Actually, the defense condition has 5 different levels.
Okay.
Okay, it goes from and it's a countdown: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
1 is a nuclear alert. That's something that is almost
number 1. Okay.
yeah. The number 2 is maximum alert. That happens only twice in history.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
The last time this happened was during the Cuban crisis,
The missile.
in 1962, in October 1962. Later than is code number 3. We have reached that code during the 9/11 crisis.
That's number 3.
That's
That
number
we were
3.
under attack.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Number
Okay.
4 is alert to the intelligence gathering. So all the national security advisors, there are 17 different agencies
Okay.
that has to bring all the information to the president.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And number 5 is the normal level. You know, you have your people that there's no problem.
But they always alert.
Right now we're in level number 3.
Number 3. Okay.
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 Even though in the internet you see the number 4 or number 5, but in reality we're in number 3. We're ready for any kind of action. Okay, not only by the intelligence, but all the people. As you can see, President Trump solved the problem on the embassy in 13 minutes. He gave the order in 13 minutes. He addressed what's going on with the embassy, what's going on with the ambassador, and let's bring the ambassador out of the danger, and we bring 100 rangers, and we have only 1 minute, and we'll be back after these messages.
This is America's Web Radio. Would you like to have a show, talk about your business, or express your opinion on America's Web Radio? Just email jm@americaswebradio.com and we'll get back to you. Thank you.
Perhaps you are struggling to cope with the disease of addiction. If not, you probably know a family member or friend that needs help in battling the cravings and personal and professional damage done by the effects of drugs or alcohol. Get a pen and paper and be ready to write down the following. These are the issues that the trained staff at the Atlanta Healing Center address and treat every day. Their doctors and counselors with over 40 years of practice in the field of addiction can treat the suffering individual in a thoughtful, compassionate, and experienced manner and guide him or her along the path to recovery. So call 770-696-9862 and speak to a knowledgeable staff member about how you or your loved one can be helped to enjoy a better and healthier life. More information is also available on the website at www.atlantahealingcenter.com.
Get your pen and paper ready. If there's a move in your near future, I'm here to tell you that the folks I used and now recommend is Around Town Movers. Timothy and the guys recently moved me, and I am and was totally satisfied with a sometimes not so fun experience moving. Call Timothy at 770-378-4708 and make it a good move and a good experience. Around Town Movers for that local or cross-country move. Timothy, Around Town Movers, in my opinion, are the best. That's Around Town Movers. Call them.
The Docs for Patient Care Foundation is your way to join the fight and become a member of an organization created by doctors for patients dedicated to fighting for your healthcare freedom and preserving the doctor-patient relationship. Get a pen and paper. Write down www.docsforpatientcarefoundation.org. That's www.docsforpatientcarefoundation.org. Go to our site and please make a generous tax-deductible donation and join the fight today. Thank you.
You're listening to America's Web Radio on the AmericasBroadcastNetwork.com. Thank you for listening.
David, that reminds you of your time where you were horse owner, don't you?
I own, but not a quarter horse.
No?
Not a racehorse.
No racehorse.
No.
Quarter mile?
No, I mean, I didn't. I never owned one. I just went to the track.
You only went to the track. Because we are from Texas.
Yeah. Well,
And they love horses.
They do, yes. And so does New Mexico.
And Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
And Kentucky. You are the three states that really, really are crazy about horses. Okay. Now, we were talking about
how the relationship with Venezuela and Iran and United States, you know, the exposure that is coming. I can see the exposure coming, and this is the way that I see the whole thing play out. Okay, Donald Trump win the election. They didn't expect for Donald Trump to win the election.
He won big time.
He won big time. They were waiting for Hillary to win. So if Hillary win, everything was covered up like it's been for 8 years with Obama. You know. So Trump win the election. These people knew that the law were coming back to the track. Okay, the law and everything going back to normal, like American way of doing things. Sadly to say it, for those one who are liberals and who are crazy or who are Democrats or whatever, but the normal way of doing American thing is the Republican way, you know, the constitutional way.
Yes.
You know? And me as a legal immigrant who became American by option, I opted for that. I defend the Constitution because United States is the only country that can guarantee me and my kids and my next generation the freedom and what we need for be a successful country.
But remember that freedom is in danger.
It's
just
responsibility.
Just one generation away to be lost, so lose. So you need to be
careful. Yeah, you need to
Yes.
defend it. You need to defend it. You cannot be going to school and trying to get a degree and you're losing your country. Because when you lose your country, your degree is not going to work. Look at Venezuela. All the people were going to university, getting degrees in this, degree, and the bottom line, are they performing? They don't have no country. They are not even performing the degrees in their country. They have to go to another country to become whatever. Because in the country, because they only focus in degree, and career, and they forgot to defend the country. But going back to the election of Donald Trump. So these communists, these socialist, communist, Islamists, and all this group together, because I believe all of them are in cahoots together, they saw he winning. Okay, they say, okay, let's leave the Democrats inside United States and the Muslims and the socialists and the communists, work it out in such a way that they're gonna oust President Trump with impeachment since the day.
Since they won, they wanted to
impeach him. Look,
they want to impeach
him.
Trump.
When he was a candidate, they wanted to impeach him.
Yes.
They were already planning to impeach him.
Yes.
Why? Because by ousting him out of the office, we will not find out about the corruption in every country, the corruption of the U.S. aid to each country. We are only finding out about Ukraine. We are not even finding out what's going on with the money, the financial aid, you know, the U.S. aid to Venezuela, to Mexico, to Honduras, to Guatemala. Because in order for Guatemalans and Honduras, got together with Bolivia and Venezuela and Cuba to promote those caravans coming from their country to United States for the invasion. You need to find out what's going on with that money. Okay, but not only that, who are the people in United States who are going to the office of the USA telling them, okay, this who is the person connecting the country over there and the administration here doing the lobby. The lobby guarantee the money going to Venezuela, going to Mexico, going to Guatemala. How much kickback and paddywhack those lobbyists are getting from not here, because here it would be illegal for them, but over there in those countries, their family members, how many are they getting kickback and paddywhack over there? Okay, like the Biden did with his son in Ukraine.
Yes.
They are not having the money here, ladies and gentlemen. No, they send the money over there, making sure that his son or his daughter or his family member get money from over there. Funnel like this. Zoop! Okay? So, with the Venezuela situation, it's not only people are asking for investigation, how the money, the US aid is being used. They want audit. American cities are asking for audit for Venezuela situation. They want to audit for humanitarian help. Excuse me. People are asking for the money the president gave them in January and February, and in March he said no more. Remember he said no more? Because he found out that the $100 million were spread around the 30 families in United States and Venezuela. It never went down where it's supposed to go.
Even the truckloads in the
border of Colombia,
those disappeared.
That help, that medicine, all that disappeared. It never went down to the people.
But by personal experience, let me tell you. In 1999, when it happens the tragedy on Vargas.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I received a phone call from a friend who has a cable station.
Okay.
And he called me and he told me about the emergency.
Okay.
And he told me
you were living here in the United States or Mexico?
Yes, I was living in Miami.
In Miami, okay.
Yes, in Hialeah. And this guy told me, Carlos, there is a big emergency. Where's small TV station? I know that you are Venezuelan, from Venezuelan origin, and I need you because I don't have another director. So please come over here and help me. Okay, I went over there, and I spent some hours directing the TV station, and suddenly, because they have a breach with Venezuela with a signal that now is very known as Globovision, but at that time Globovision nobody knows what was.
Nobody knew. Okay.
Okay. They said we were connected directly, and this small TV station was surrounded by mobile units of the big stations, Univision, ABC, CBS, NBC, everyone was gathering on this station.
Where you were working?
Where we were working. We asked for help, and we had 7 truckloads.
Okay.
Okay, seven
for the Venezuelan people?
For the Venezuelan people.
Truckloads of what?
Of food and clothes.
Okay.
Medicine.
All right.
Okay. And when those truckloads arrived to Venezuela, those disappear completely.
So they
never reached.
Somebody called you and told you that?
Of course.
From Venezuela, say they never reached to the people?
They never reached to the people.
Oh
okay.
My.
Okay, the truckloads were
and we're talking about 1979.
1999.
99.
Yes.
That was the first year of Hugo Chavez.
The tragedy of Vargas.
See, the first year of his government administration.
When he denied help from the United States.
Yes.
Okay, because President at that time was President Clinton, that he had a big ship on the over there, and he offered help,
and he said no.
And he said no.
But they get the humanitarian help they got.
Humanitarian help. We sent the 7 truckloads from Miami to Venezuela, and the National Guard took the seven truckloads, and those disappeared completely.
So they took it for themselves.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
And that happens in Venezuela. And what happens when
21 years ago?
And what happens with the truckloads that were
last year in Colombia in January, February?
It's the same thing, but instead to be the National Guard, were the people that are supposed to distribute that help to the needed, because they don't distribute the things among the people who were in Colombia nor in Venezuela.
No, even the money disappeared.
Everything disappeared. The things are in the black market.
Yes, they were selling them.
Yes.
Like I always do. So
Yes.
this is not something new.
No. So if we don't have the control, or at least the under our tenure, the help, you won't get it.
That's why they didn't want nobody to go over there to distribute it, because they didn't accept the military help. They didn't say the United Nations help, because then if they would have go, like let's say United Nations or United States, they would have handed off to the people.
At that time, at that moment, is when Mr. Guaido had to bring the thing of the Tratado Interamericano de Asistencia Recíproca. The tiara. Because at that time, if you had that scored from the Colombian border to Venezuela with foreign military, it's not an invasion. It's just bringing the help all the way to Venezuela, and he denied that. That's why,
because his group was going to get those stuff,
bingo,
and his group were going to make business with that.
They stole all the thing, okay?
But hold on. I heard that United States sent generators for the hospitals.
Oh yes.
And he never went down to the hospitals.
No,
he went down to the houses of the leaders, the politician leaders,
yes,
because they say they need electricity, they need this and that, in order to keep on promoting democracy.
Yes.
So the main reason why he didn't declare the TR is because they already were planning how to distribute, how to make business. How to make business with the donation. So we're always getting the position to be chuleados.
Yeah.
They always chulean us.
Yes.
You know what chulear means?
Yes.
What is chulear?
They pimp.
So we always, they always pimp us out.
Yes.
Because the USA is our taxes.
Yes.
The humanitarian help is our taxes.
Yes.
So the 7 load, whatever, those people donation, that's people money.
Yes.
Did they?
And we sent, I brought the declaration, okay, to the people who brought the truckloads by ship to La Guaira, okay.
And you got the paper.
I gave them the paper, okay, all the paperwork to this thing, and the National Guard in Venezuela took it, okay,
and they say it disappeared.
Well, we'll be back after these messages.
This is a Banana Republic.
If your health insurance premium is more than your mortgage, Ellen Deal with Ideal Solutions is here to help. Whether you're a small business owner, individual, family, or baby boomer, email maga45cag@gmail.com and I'll respond with 3 easy questions to help you determine if you can get away from Obamacare. As a 20-year veteran of the insurance industry, I'm here to help with all your insurance needs. Email ellendeal@maga45cag@gmail.com.
This is America's Web Radio. Would you like to have a show, talk about your business, or express your opinion on America's Web Radio? Just email jm@americaswebradio.com and we'll get back to you. Thank you.
The disease of addiction is a life-altering challenge, not just for the person suffering its effects, but also for the family and friends who support and love the one caught in its grasp. What should be the course of treatment? Who is the best person to render treatment? And what is the best place to go for the care that is needed? We know that you want answers to these and many more questions. Call 770-696-9862 and speak to a representative of the Atlanta Healing Center. They can tailor a program specifically designed to address the needs of the person suffering with an addiction, or give you guidance as to where that help may be found. Information is the key, and the trained staff at AHC is here to assist. If you wish, you can also get more information on the website located at www.atlantahealingcenter.com.
This is Ron Camacho, host of the Business Hour, on Fridays from 10 to 11 a.m. Join me as I talk with passionate professionals on a program that profiles the best businesses, business professionals, business practices, and fascinating individuals to get an insider view of how America works. 10 to 11 a.m. on America's Web Radio.
You're listening to America's Web Radio on the AmericasBroadcastNetwork.com. Thank you for listening.
And this is America
Web Radio.
Radio.
Let's talk Venezuela. And then my analysis, because I am a politician, right? My analysis is because the Democratic Party couldn't oust him out, the president. You know, with the Kavanaugh case, with the Mueller investigation, with the, what's the other one?
Ukraine.
With the Ukraine now. So they cannot oust him out. So basically the enemies of America, who are the friends of the Democratic Party, because we need to understand the Democratic Party is being taken by the socialists and the communists of the United Nations, I mean, of the world.
Yes.
Okay? They're being taken by them. Since they couldn't deliver, so now what's going on outside United States, like Iran, like Venezuela, you know, all of them getting ready to attack United States, declaring threat United States, is they want to make sure that, first of all, President Trump has a bad name by, you remember Hillary saying, oh, he's going to have that button, you know, with pressing with the war. But they were talking about North Korea. They never talk about North Korea, right? They never talk to him about Iran like they used to with North Korea. And look, he's in peace with North Korea. Nothing happened. So now with Iran and Iran's allies like Syria, the Palestinians, the Venezuelan, the Bolivian, Argentinian.
The most interesting thing on all this is
they are trying to make, hold on, let me finish my idea. They are trying to make sure that he's going to have only one-term election.
Yeah.
All this is about that, one-term election.
And instead of that, they are promoting him. The thing is the following. Some people said that the operation against Soleimani was an illegal one. But do you know something? The operation had happened in Iraqi territory, and we have a act of power for the president that he can do whatever he pleased as a commander-in-chief on that area. The operation didn't happen in Iranian soil. It happens in Iraqi.
In
soil.
Iraqi, yeah.
Okay, and the guy was a crook. The guy was a criminal, and the world now is a safer place because we destroy a real enemy of liberty.
He was working for 20 years, killing people. 20 years killing people.
Let's talk about music.
Music? Oh, you're gonna sing something? Okay, go ahead. Dale pues. Reviéntalo.
Okay, the first thing is Aldemaro Romero. He was the most important musician of the 20th century in Venezuela. Not because he was very important, but because he was the most complete. Hello? He dominated all the different styles, from popular music up to the symphonies. You know, he was the founder of the Filarmónica de Caracas.
Okay.
He was the creator of the Onda Nueva. The Onda Nueva is taking the traditional instruments of Venezuela. That is the what's the name of the cuatro, maracas, and the harp. Okay, and he converted that into the trio, the jazz trio, that is piano, battery, and bass. Okay, and creating the equivalent for the Venezuelan music of the bossa nova Brazilian. Okay. He was the first person who take the traditional Venezuelan music into a full orchestra. In 1955 with the dinner in Caracas. That was a very important record for RCA. And in 1966 he did the second part of Dinner in Caracas with a composition named Quintanauco. Quintanauco is one place in Caracas that has that is right now the place where is the Colonial Museum stands. Okay, it was a beautiful place that used to be the house of the Marqués del Toro. Marqués del Toro was the father of Simon Bolivar's wife. Okay. So
Marqués del Toro. So he's a royalty.
Yes.
Marqués is like
Baron. No, it's Marquis.
Marquis.
Yes. In that time, in the colonial times, people had royal titles. So he did this composition. It originally was instrumental only, but after some time, he wrote also the lyrics for this thing. It's a little bit complicated for me, but let's try it to sing Quinta Anauco.
Okay, go ahead.
Te descubrí con la mirada del amor. Eras la luz, eras la paz. Con la mirada del amor me enamoré, con la mirada del amor. Te di un color para tu piel y de modo de querer. Todo empezó con la mirada del amor. Tu primavera despertó con la mirada del amor. Todo mi llanto se secó con la mirada del amor. Nos aprendimos a querer con la mirada del amor y descubrimos la verdad con la que estaba oculta entre los dos. Todo empezó con la mirada del amor. Cuando mi amor te conoció, se iluminó tu juventud. Cuando mi amor te enloqueció, tú comenzaste a ser tú. Hoy que se apaga tu locura consentida, yo te cambio por mi vida, lo que queda de mi amor. ¿Ok? Ese es Aldemaro Romero. Perdonen lo desafinado que me ha salido el día de hoy, porque es una canción muy difícil de interpretar.
Quintanauco.
Ok, la segunda es del compositor. The second one is from the most important traditional composer of Venezuela, that's Simón Díaz. He brought the tonada. The tonada is the kind of songs that the people of the plains in Venezuela sing to the cattle in order to bring more milk, to calm down the cattle where they are milking the cows. Okay? But it happens that in the late 50s, we had in Venezuela a big trouble. The trouble was that even though we had enough head counts of cattle, we didn't have enough production of milk. We had around 4 million liters of about a million of gallons that we consumed during that time daily of milk, but we just produced half of it. And the only way to increase the production, it was to mechanize the milking of the cows. And that brings a lot of big danger to the tonada and to the people who used to milk the cows by hand, because the system is completely different. So they bring the cows now to the milking machine, they put classical music, and that's it. And the tonada could die because of that, because they don't use it. So he tried to rescue the tonada in order and compose some tonadas and give order to the tonadas, because there is something very curious. Aldemaro was a self-made musician, while Simón Díaz came from a conservatory. He studied 10 years of music completely. So and both were very successful during their lifetime, during the 20th century. So this one is Camino del llano viene, puntero en la soledad. Camino del llano viene, puntero en la soledad. Y el cabrestero cantando su copla en la madrugada. Y el cabrestero cantando su copla en la madrugada. El toro pita la vaca y el novillo se retira. Como el novillo era toro, la vaca siempre lo mira. Mariposa, nube de agua. La luna busca la sombra y no la puede encontrar. La luna busca la sombra y no la puede encontrar, porque la sombra se esconde.
Nos vemos la semana que viene.
Detrás de la madrugada, porque la sombra se esconde.
See you next week, the same time, Thursday.
Detrás de la madrugada. No llores más, nube de agua.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much.
This is Ron Camacho, host of the Business Hour, on Fridays from 10 to 11 a.m. Join me as I talk with passionate professionals on a program that profiles the best businesses